and welcome back to Thomas's Moustache. Today I thought I would do a different type of video in which I would explain myself. Now, in my first impressions and my wax reviews, I often use words like subtle, fragrant, potent, indoor, outdoor, and today I thought that I would first of all explain a little more about what I mean, and also to give you my current definitive list of which waxes are which. Now, as I've said in the past, I am a mustached gentleman who loves good fragrance. I enjoy smelling good things, so naturally I'm drawn to Captain Fawcett, which sells mustache waxes that happen to be well scented. Now, I first want to say that there is no good thing or bad thing. Well, actually, there's just no bad thing. But there are many different ways of seeing a good thing. So by saying things like something is really subtle, or saying something is very potent, saying something is indoor, something is outdoor, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. That's the beauty of having more than one scent in your inventory, is that you're able to choose what is the best scent for the best situations. Now, let's start with talking about subtle scents. Subtle scents, the thing that separates subtle scent and potent scent for me is that sharpness of the scent, the penetration power of the scent. Does it poke your brain with its scent, or does it smoothen your brain with the scent? Now, subtle scents, oftentimes, they are easy to smell, but they are not invasive, they are not overpowering. Subtle scents are, for me, the best scents to use indoors. And why do I say that? Because indoors there is less scent competition, right? So your scent does not have to work as hard to be observed and to be enjoyed. So these scents are less competitive with strong scents that are in your environment. Now, subtle scents, I have here my ranging of subtle scents. So from the most subtle, and remember when I say the most subtle, I mean the least sharp when it comes to how does it interact with your mind. The least sharp scent. It does not mean that they're any less fragrant. It just means that they are less overpowering in a sense. So the Chaps Debonair here. This is a very good scent. It is the most subtle, and yet it is so incredibly mellow and fragranced that I quite enjoy using that one. It has a gentle scent, a scent that is not going to be throwing you around too much. If you're doing anything, this scent is going to be a good companion to your activities. Next up we have Barbarism. Now, Barbarism and Booze and Baccy, those are good scents to have indoors. The reason that I chose Barbarism to be less potent than the Booze and Baccy here is because it has a very complicated scent. And the reason that I would put it here instead of here is because those complicated scents are not fighting to invigorate your senses here. They are gently working together. So even though it's quite complicated, the scents are not fighting each other. And if they're not fighting each other, then that means that no scent needs to be stronger than the other scent in its scent pattern. Lastly, on our list here of subtle scents, we have booze and baccy. Now this is, for many people, a go-to scent. It is sweet, I would say, but when you are smelling it, you start to get the points, right? The pointed scent. There is a pointedness to this particular scent. Not a bad thing, but you start to smell it on this. It's not strong. It's like bubbly. It reminds me of, and I've said it in my videos, soda pop. Do I have any around here? No, I do not. But I have a soda pop called Sarsaparilla. And it just reminds me so much of that. It has that bubbly sort of warmth of this particular soda pop. So I quite enjoy that. But speaking about it, neither of these particular scents is better than the other when it comes to indoor situations, which is why I always recommend that you have more than one mustache wax. Many people have multiple shaving soaps, even though it takes ages to finish a single soap. We want to mix it up. We want to have a change of fragrance here. So it's the same situation here. Today, debonair, tomorrow, booze and baccy, the day after barbarism. Now moving on to the potent side here. These scents have a sharper scent pattern, so they are going to interact with your mind in a different way. They are going to be more obvious. For the subtle scents, you invite them in. When a gust of wind comes, it brings the scent in with it, and then you remember. But for these ones, you're more likely to be able to take in that scent for long periods of time. It's going to be a constant in your day, which is why I often say that these scents are the best for an outdoor environment. Because when you're outdoor, there's more competition in terms of scents and smells, and you're going to need something stronger to keep your mind on the good scents. So here we have 3 again. I've got them quite well divided here, 3 and 3. The most subtle of the potent scents here, right in the middle, would be Maharaja. Now Maharaja here, it is very unique of a scent here. It has a much stronger musky smell, and musk is not a bad smell. Sorry, the tin here is different, so it's a bit harder to stand up. Okay, that will do. The musk smell is not a bad smell. In fact, in the past, pure musk would have been a delicacy. So to even be able to smell musk, even just what does musk smell like, even to just know what it smells like is a good thing. It is a pleasure. But it has that peppery, it has that spiciness when you put it in. And that is going to help you overcome some outdoor scents. But it's not overpowering, which is why I put it basically in the middle here. This is a scent that I would say is good for indoor-outdoor. It's perfectly fine in that instance. Now my next scent is Private Stock. Here I have it in the more potent side of things. This is unique in a sense. When we open it up and we smell it, you're going to be getting some pointed floral scents, which is quite good for outdoor environments. Private Stock is the first mustache wax that I ever bought, and I was using it dedicatedly for a fair time. This was years ago, though. I've since bought another. But it is a good scent to have. I would wear it outside, and I would say that it did the trick just fine. Of course I'd wear it inside as well as the beard oil, which I would put in the mustache, of course. And there's nothing about it that is a bad thing, just it has a nice pointed floral scent, which I quite enjoy. Lastly, we have Triumphant. I said when I reviewed this particular scent that out of all the scents, I think this would be the best cologne or parfum. If you were going to be going out for a night out, that is the type of parfum that you might think to be the ultimate cologne. For a mustache wax, this is potent. It is strong. Now, I wear it indoor, outdoor. I can do both. It won't give me a headache, which is the ultimate no-no for a scent. If a scent gives you a headache, it is a no-no. I do wear this indoors, and I do not get a headache. That is a good thing. But it is potent. It will cut through the stink. You could be walking through a busy city street. You've got trucks spitting diesel into the air, buses spitting diesel into the air, and this will protect your nose in a sense. So, automatically your nose is full of fragrance. It is like inviting a wave to crash into your brain, full of scents. This will keep the night alive, you could say. So, in conclusion, I would say that there is a scent for every situation. That is something that I love about Captain Fawcett. There are more scents that I do not have, especially things like Nebula, which is another signature series I will have to pick up in the future. But I am slowly building a collection of scents and mustache waxes, and I'm trying new ones. Every time I order, I want to try a new one. So that's really wonderful. No matter what you do with shaving soaps, with colognes, with parfums, with beard oils or mustache waxes, it's good to have variety in that regard. So there is no bad scent. I have not smelt a bad scent. I have not smelt a scent that was not for me. There's just scents better for certain situations and scents better for other situations. But I can put Triumphant in my mustache and I can stay in an enclosed room with no air circulation perfectly fine. I can take the chap and I can go for a walk in the city. Sure. Is it the best situation for it? I can think of better situations, but there is no rule. This is just a personal experience here that I'm sharing with you. So I hope that you enjoyed. This is just a little video here, something different. So I'm going to say thank you very much, and Toodaloo.